Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at Mad World Tarot. And my goodness, it is a mad world. It's a mad world when you go on Instagram and you watch the reel that Meghan Markle has put up. The disaster tourist, as I'm labeling this video, got herself a t-shirt, and it's not just any t-shirt, it's Billie Eilish t-shirt for an alleged 15-year-old who lost everything in the fire. Her whole house burnt down, but apparently all she could think about was the Billie Eilish t-shirt that was lost, and Meghan promised her she would make it right, and she's worked that network and very proud to tell us on that Instagram reel that through her contacts and lots of name dropping, Adam Levine, his wife Bahati, she managed it. She got not just one t-shirt but a whole stash from Billie Eilish and a lunchbox, and that before she could even think of contacting the girl's family to tell her of this wondrous event, she made sure to record it and put it on Instagram. And quite rightly, she has been ridiculed, condemned across social media everywhere. The Daily Beast coming out and condemning her for being so self-centered, so tone deaf. It's got a terrible reaction. I thought that the disaster tourist thing couldn't get worse, but apparently it can, and it has. So we're going to do a reading with the Soulless Tarot. I think, I think it's an appropriate tarot for the stunt that was pulled to try and turn the whole PR disaster around. So Soulless Tarot, Celtic Cross, looking at Meghan. How desperate is she? What kind of a panic is she in? Was there really a 15-year-old? Because a lot of people are speculating that this might be all a made-up story. And how is she? Because we know that she likes to be asked if she's okay. So I'm going to ask in this reading, is she okay? She looked quite manic. Those pupils looked quite large, shall we say. And some rubbing of the nose there. Maybe she's coming down with a touch of something. Maybe those friends of hers in Colombia had something to do with it, gave her a little bit of help to get her through the recording. We don't know. We're going to ask. And of course, this is all tarot and it's for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion. It's all speculation. And just reading energy here. However hyped that energy is. And of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below. And please read it and please form your own opinions. Disaster tourist gets t-shirt. Makes things a whole lot worse. Or does she? Maybe this is the thing that's going to save the day for her. We're going to find out how she's doing, whether there was a girl, the response that's coming in, and what pressure she's under, the usual things that we find out in a Celtic Cross. And is this going to help her cause or make it a whole lot worse, basically? That's what we're looking at. We're at the Chariot here as our underlying energy. That's a very focused energy, very ambitious, very driven. Not going to let this whole thing go, this disaster tourist thing go. Is going to try and push through because that show's coming out. She's got Invictus Games coming up in just a few days' time. She's really pushing very hard to turn this thing around, to improve her image, to try and look like she cares, like she has a heart, even that she has a soul. And that she's just the dearest, sweetest thing ever. We've seen her with her new friends, the Kerry Washington, Jessica Alba gang. They don't seem to be too keen on supporting her on socials, but nor does Adam Levine and all the rest of them. Billie Eilish, so far, silence from them all. But Meghan's ambitious as hell. She's pushing. And that thick skin. Well, we won't talk about the state of the skin. I'm a fine one to talk, so I'll just keep quiet. And where are we? We're at the 10 of Wands. This is the situation that she is dealing with right now. The heart of the matter. Burdens, trouble, things just getting worse and worse. More and more difficult, more isolated, more overwhelmed, until she reaches 10 of Wands in reverse, where the point of collapse. I'm asking in this reading, is she okay? Is she on the brink of some kind of collapse? I get the Ten of Wands in reverse as the central issue in this reading. That is the card of complete collapse. I think she's in a bad way. That's my personal opinion. In her own mental state. I'm not a professional. I'm not diagnosing. I'm speculating to make that very clear. What's the problem? What's the challenge for her? We got the Moon. A lot of shady stuff going on with the Moon. Things, you know, the story with the bump is getting more and more open. The Sidley twins were talking about it today and saying you can actually now discuss this quite openly without being cancelled, demonetized, whatever. It's now a topic of conversation that's quite normal and acceptable. And so there's that. It's a card of fear as well and doubt. She's terrified. She's absolutely terrified that this show is going to tank. I don't know what the number of dislikes is right now under the trailer on YouTube, the Netflix trailer. Last I saw it was something like 190,000 dislikes, something like 18,000 likes. And apparently Netflix has every now and then been chopping off some of the dislikes, but they are leaving the comment section open, and people are still piling on over there. She's terrified. She really is terrified that this is going to be an absolute disaster. She's got to get through the Invictus Games in Canada in the next few days as well. She's maybe quite fearful of that. The true situation between her and Harry being revealed. Maybe that's my speculation. Of course, the Littles might be going along. We're going to look at the Littles in the next reading, just by the way, because the Littles have finally been revealed as well, just in time for the Invictus Games. But anyway, that is someone. Just to add, I got distracted with the Littles. The Moon is also the cray-cray card. So we're in the realms of mental health here, and we've got the Ten of Wands in reverse crossed by the Moon. That is indicating very poor mental health from my inexpert opinion as a tarot reader. We're going down here next to the hidden energy, panic stations, the panic room, I would call it in this reading. This is what's really driving this crazy behavior. I think it's crazy, and that's not a technical term. It's me and my opinion. Tell us about that, and I want to know particularly about whether there was any of that powder involved, that marching powder. We've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse, another card of just you can see the flames around there. Unfortunately, it's fire, and we know that literally fire was the cause of this loss of control, loss of reputation, her very poor response to it, going and trampling over the ashes of people's homes, and who knows what else was in those ashes. It led to this loss of reputation, loss of control. Four of Pentacles is about control, money, stability, security, being quite hard-hearted as well, the Four of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. Things just spiraling, loss of control, chaos, all coming from that. It's not giving me any sort of chemical assistance there. I'm just getting consistent energy in this reading so far of somebody who is spiraling, somebody who has lost their grip on their reputation, possibly on their money, on their merching possibilities, their PR story. What that Ashley woman must be thinking right now, I don't know. Has she resigned today? I doubt very much this was her clever idea to do this Instagram reel. But of course, Chariot there, this mad ambition, that is represented for me energetically in the underlying energy. So what's her goal right now? What's her focus? And we've got the Two of Cups, and it's in reverse. It's the old Splitsville card, of course. Breakup energy, always Two of Cups in reverse. But it's also people just really not liking her. However much she tries to portray herself as likable, as kind, as relatable, as generous, And, you know, she's now trying to portray herself as a teenage girl. She really was trying very hard to be a 15-year-old in that video, 14-year-old. Shocking behavior for someone who's in her mid-40s. She's middle-aged. And it's just not going down well. So 2 things. The Harry thing, that I think it's all over bar the public announcement. That's my personal feeling. But also, how's she going to get people to love her, to adore her? And of course, we've just seen the Princess of Wales out and about on the school bus with a little girl holding hands. Little girl didn't let go, was snuggling into her arm as she was talking. You can't pay people to make that happen. That happens organically because children trust you and they don't trust Meghan, in my opinion. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move to the past and ask about this 15-year-old girl who lost the Billie Eilish t-shirt in the washing machine or tumble dryer. Meghan wasn't quite sure which appliance had burnt to ash in the fire with the Billie Eilish t-shirt. And I'm not mocking. I'm not mocking the girl, I'm mocking Meghan. So I am mocking, but I'm mocking Meghan, not the girl and her family. So let's see, how true is this story? Was there a girl? Ooh, we've got the Hanged Man. A Hanged Man is a Neptune card. And the Neptune energy is all about make-believe. Neptune rules things like deception, drugs, dreams, denial, dishonesty, among various other things. It can rule some lovely creative, spiritual things, wonderful things. But when we're talking about what's happened in the past, and I get the Hanged Man, which I know is Neptunian energy, I think, basically, I have room to doubt the story with that kind of energy around. I was hoping for like a Page of Cups, which would be a teenage girl. But I've got the Hanged Man. Somebody who's in trouble, somebody who's feeling victimized, punished, somebody who's feeling that they've been wronged, traduced. People are saying nasty things about them and they're defenseless. What can they do? I know, run to WME and say, help, help, cook up a story for me to make me look better. That's how this is reading. Most likely because we've seen another teenage girl wheeled out to say how she cried when Meghan Markle arrived to help them find new outfits, that girl who set up that charity. Very likely we're going to get this one arriving in her Billie Eilish outfit any minute, clutching the lunchbox. I don't know. But yeah, I'm suspicious. It smells a bit, that card, for me as an energy reader. And not to mention, we have the moon over there, which is the card of doubt and shadiness as well in the challenge position in this reading. And maybe she's now thinking, oops, if there was a bit of fudging about this story, oops, what if I get found out? So incoming energy, and it's incoming already, response to the story. How's it going to go for Meghan short term? Oops, we have another fire. Oops. I don't think the Tower in reverse is a good sign. You could read the Tower in reverse as well, trying to rebuild your reputation after a devastating setback. But it can also be read as making your whole reputation 1,000 times worse after a devastating setback. It's fascinating the way the fire is showing up in these cards, is it not? And so there is the disaster tourism. And she's just made it 1,000 times worse. In my opinion, I'm just reading energy here, of course. So, how does she view herself right now? How does she view herself? Ace of Swords in reverse. Interesting card, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords upright is truth and clarity and sort of insight and decisiveness and making sure everyone knows what you represent, what you stand for. It's a declaration of intent rather. Sorry. It's, this is me, this is who I am, this is my truth. But it's in reverse. So she's realizing that whatever she does is being called out. That victim energy that I was talking about in the Hanged Man, it's sitting in here in this Ace of Swords in reverse, because it's about being criticized, called out, judged, condemned. We don't believe you. You say you did this, but we don't believe you. And wow, she's feeling very harshly treated with that Ace of Swords. She's feeling that no matter what she does, at this point, it's going to be criticized, turned against her, that sword. And, well, some might say that's karma for the things that she has done to her own family, her husband's family, people just around, staff, maybe. What pressure is she under? We're back in the realm of mental health, and I've got so many bad cards on this table. But what pressure is she under? We got the Death card. It's in reverse. She needs to change with the Death card, and she doesn't know how to. She needs to do things completely differently. The Death card, when we're in the realm of personal transformation, psychology, that kind of area. We're not talking literally, obviously, but her mental health, her ability to handle criticism and adapt to feedback. Excuse me, and I lose my voice, interestingly, at that moment. Squawk. She doesn't like it. If people tell her, if they give her feedback about stuff, she doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't want to change. It's the most obstinate energy. Death card, Scorpio energy, fixed sign energy. Scorpios don't like to change and adapt. And typically and traditionally, it's something we have to learn. And normally we learn it by bad things happening to us. And that's what's going on here. It's quite similar to the Tower energy, the Death card in this reading for me. Just be more adaptable. Just do things differently. Take advice on board. If that Ashley woman is now in charge of your PR because you've realized Tower, disaster, Four of Pentacles in reverse, disaster. Listen to her. Stop thinking that you know best about things. That's the pressure she's under. She's under the pressure to change her ways, transform herself. And by transformation, it's Pluto energy. It's going into the underworld. That's why it's called the Death card. Into the underworld to kind of dissolve yourself and be reborn as something new and fresh and better and more evolved and more wise. She doesn't know how to do it, but the pressure is coming at her from all sides to do this. And it's psychological pressure, because if you don't adapt, you die. And you don't die literally, you break. And she's at breaking point in this reading. The energy that's on this table, the Tower, the Moon, the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Hanged Man, plus the Two of Cups in reverse. But still this insane, I'm going to use that word, it's my opinion, urge to push forward with her plan, regardless of the obstacles in her way. Okay, rant over. Let's move on to hopes and fears for Meghan Markle. I'm getting Mandalay and the fire with this, that level of cray-cray. Just by the way, my opinion, hopes and fears, we got the Six of Swords and it's in reverse. She's very worried that she's not going to get herself out of this pickle that she has got herself into. And my goodness, she's right to be worried. Best thing to do, go away, donate $1 million, donate Harry's win from his court case against the Murdoch group. Donate that to the cause. Go away for a long time. But she's very worried. She doesn't know how to get herself out of this Six of Swords in reverse, quite simply. One day I'll fly away. No, you're not going to, when that card is in the reverse. Okay, so how's this going to unfold for her going forward? Is it going to get better for her? It's very bad right now. Is it going to get worse? We've got the Seven of Swords. I'm saying go away. Six of Swords, but she doesn't want to. Death card in reverse. Seven of Swords is the runaway card. Interestingly, it's a card of, it's the thief, the person who disappears in the night. It's also illness. There is illness in that card. She might actually get ill. Don't wish this on her. I'm just expressing energy. So she might actually have to be medicated. And I'm going to say that. That's my opinion. And again, I don't wish this on anyone. With the Seven of Swords, I'm just getting a hint of that in that Seven of Swords. Or have to just disappear for a while, bed rest, gone on retreat, something like that. It's there. I don't think it's there just right now, but I think it's there in her future. That kind of energy. If Invictus Games goes not so well and then show is streamed on Netflix and it's a disaster, we've got trouble here for her. Trouble ahead with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can also indicate not so great behavior. Upright, you tend to get away with it, even if people suspect you might have done something a bit shady. And normally when it's in reverse, you get caught out and you have to say, yeah, well, actually, maybe there wasn't a 15-year-old girl, or maybe there was, but I kind of egged the thing a bit, over-egged it a bit, the whole story. That kind of a thing. That's also possible in here, that there just might be a hint of truth that comes out that doesn't quite fit with what we saw on Instagram. Not happy cards. But anyway, that's the life she has made for herself. And this is all, of course, just my opinion. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.